What's going on, guys? Hope you all are doing well today. We got the natural lighting back in effect. We got the hair on point. Everything's good to go, and I'm back for another video. So today I'm going to be talking about why you should always be your authentic self and how that's so important, crucial, and overall just great for your success, happiness, etc. So, a lot of people in today's day and age don't even bother to try to be themselves. They try to be someone else. They're constantly comparing themselves to others. They're down on themselves because they don't have the qualities they see in other people around them. But what you really have to start to understand and grasp the concept of is that not everyone is the same. And just because you're not good at something that someone else is, doesn't mean that you're inferior to them. It's pretty much common sense, but society has distorted our view of selfhood to a point where some people barely have it at all. So basically, what I'm getting at here is that no one can be a better version of you than you can be of yourself. And that's why you have to be your authentic self. So with society, the main reason for comparing yourself to others, in my opinion, is social media. I'm sure a lot of you guys would agree with me on this one. You see your friends partying, having fun, living the good life. But the truth is that that picture was selected out of an array of random moments in their life which weren't necessarily all dandy. They picked the one moment where they looked to be having a good time and they post it up on the web for everyone to see. Why do you think they do that? Because they want to promote the best image of themselves that they can. This has absolutely no bearing on how they're actually doing in their life. So back to my point about selfhood. The reason why a lot of people in society are not happy currently is because they don't know themselves well enough to actually truly be their authentic self. As in, they haven't taken the time away from the group to truly develop. And this is something that I was guilty of for a very long time. Something that I'm probably still guilty of to this day, that I try and surround myself with others a lot of the time. This is not really good because in my experience, the more I start neglecting myself and the more I hang out with others, the more my life gets thrown off track. So definitely need to surround yourself with yourself. You need to be alone from time to time. Or even just every day, pick a time, like let's say 9 to 11, you're going to be completely on your own, with your own thoughts, with a journal, on your bed, on your desk, just writing down things about yourself. I know I've been a huge advocate for journaling throughout my channel, but it really does help out. I'm not just saying this, I'm actually speaking from experience, that when you shed light on your flaws, they stop being so important. The truth of the matter is that once you truly learn to be yourself, there's no way anyone can knock you off your horse, because no one can be a better version of you than you can be of yourself. Just like you can't be a better version of them, which is why when you try and emulate another person, it frequently doesn't work out, because you can't be them just like they can't be you. And what do all successful people have in common? All these celebrities, all these, popular people in culture right now, all these Kevin O'Leary's of the world, the Steve Jobses of the world, all of these very highfalutin characters, what do they have in common? They never try and emulate anyone. The reason why I mentioned Kevin O'Leary is because I just watched a video on his childhood from his perspective, and what I learned was that he wasn't always this way. he was actually trying to make films in college, and he was struggling. He was working all day. The first 2 years of college, he didn't even know what the hell he wanted to do. But once he finally figured it out, he stuck to it because it came naturally to him. He didn't have to go look at what someone else was doing and follow it. Which, of course, you can incorporate some of the things you learn from others into your own life. But ideally, what you want to do is just naturally come to your own conclusions, which is what he did. And in doing that, he was successful even in the cinematography field in college because he was naturally drawn to it. He had talent for it, and he found the right group of people to make a marketable enterprise out of it. Sorry guys, we came up on some major technical difficulties. Or not even major, but just my SD card ran out of space, so I had to take it out, reformat it, yada yada. But as I was saying, Kevin O'Leary is one of those guys who learned how to be himself from an early age. And that's why he was successful throughout his life, because he was ahead of the curve at a point where he needed to be. And then he was able to build off of that foundation and succeed. Same thing goes for Steve Jobs. The things that he was doing in college, no one had ever seen done before. He would go to random classes. And if you don't know this, fun fact for you, he wasn't even paying for his tuition. He would just go to random classes and see which ones piqued his interest. So that's a really unique way to do college, and I've never really seen anyone do that before. And look, he ended up being one of the most successful people in the world just for following his dreams and being himself. So the moral of the story here is to always be yourself, no matter if you're getting all the hate in the world. But most likely, if you're being yourself, you won't get hate. At least from my experience, all the backlash I've gotten is usually from me trying to emulate others, not trying to have my own ideas. Because when I'm truly being creative and being unique, everyone wants to see what I have to say. So the same will apply to you. And yeah guys, that's the message of the day. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day and keep up the support. Adios.